He's an All-American. He's got a power arm, great movement to his fastball. He's got a power breaking ball. He throws a ton of strikes. He doesn't give up hits. I was looking at the All-American thing this morning on Baseball America, and we had faced everybody except for him. We faced Gray, we faced Lorenzen, Eshelman. Berg's on our team, but there's, I think, 2 other guys on there. And so he's one of the best in the country. There's no doubt about it. For being a sophomore, to have not lost this time of the year, to go through the Southeastern Conference, and to pitch on the road that like he has, and against opponents that he has, he's going to be as good as anybody that we faced all year. And they've done a terrific job of playing catch this season, so they got a strong formula, not only with clearly the offensive side, but the pitching and defense, I think, is as good as we'll see all season. And, that's, going to be a very tough guy to face. But certainly we respect him. We know he's good. And like Paul said, it's baseball, so we got to go out and compete against him.
Our players, I don't know if I've seen a wow factor, but I think the smile just got a little wider on their face. You know what I'm saying? They smiled ever since we got on the charter in Raleigh, and I think it just grew as we got here, and just everything we've done from a couple of restaurants we've eaten at, and the hospitality. Last night for me, I was up in my hotel room looking down. I saw a red shirt, so I looked at it. It was 2 of my players playing a pickup wiffle ball game on the lawn with a Little League team from Colorado. And they were pretty intense. They played for like an hour. So I watched like 10 minutes from my room. Then I went down and watched the last 5 innings. And I discovered, it's going to help me because I discovered one of my hitters is actually a better left-handed hitter than he is right-handed hitter because he was hitting left-handed wiffle ball. So we may make a change now Sunday for that game. But, just some of the things. Somebody took a picture of some of our guys out riding bicycles with baskets on, like Dorothy or something from the Wizard of Oz, but yet trying to look tough in a picture or something. So the stuff, the smile may come, the wow factor may come more from me than it has from my players, but they're having the time of their life.
I have to answer that question. Come on.
You have to follow that.
Do I really? Goodness gracious, Elliot. I really don't know, Aaron. Our kids have seen an awful lot of big-time college baseball playing in the SEC and big crowds and beautiful stadiums. So, this is the Mecca. This is the pinnacle of college baseball, to be in Omaha and now to be at this beautiful new ballpark. So, I think they're somewhat more reserved probably in the way they see things. We actually haven't been in the stadium. All we did was drive by it on the way to the hotel and on the way to practice. I see we practice later today. So I'm sure once we walk into the stadium, the eyes will get a little bit bigger and they'll try to absorb it all.
Do you feel like there's a little bit of relief knowing that you've gotten here?
See what it's like coaching at LSU, boys. Finally.
That's why you make
finally
the big bucks.
Got here, okay? It's been a whole 3 years. Hey, that's what you sign up for at LSU. Nobody pulled the wool over my eyes when I took this job at LSU. I knew what I was getting into, and that's the standard. And it's, if you're afraid, you don't go to LSU. I can tell you that right now as a player or as a coach. We won the championship in '09, and I think the first question in the post-game press conference was, "Can you repeat next year?" So that's what you're used to around there. So many times I've been asked the question about losing last year to Stony Brook and not getting here, and if that was motivation for our team this year. And I'm going to tell you the same answer I've said right across the board. No, it wasn't a motivation at all. Stony Brook came into Baton Rouge last year and outplayed us. They were better than we were. They deserved it. They earned it, and they belonged here, and they played better than we did. And I tipped my hat to their kids and their coaching staff because they took it to us. But what we took from last year's team, 2012, really was not the emphasis of the ending as much as it was how well we had played throughout the year, despite having some weaknesses that we were well aware of. But we gained a lot of confidence from the 2012 season, and going into this year, we felt like we had a chance. We were very fortunate. We had a couple of seniors return in Mason Katz and and Ray Frimes in the heart of our order, and then we added a few pieces, Alex Bregman, Mark Laird, etc., that really stepped in and made a big difference for our team. When we got, I said all along that I just hoped and prayed that we could be in the same position in 2013 that we were in 2012, and that was one game away from Omaha, and hopefully we'll play better on that day than we did the year before. And we did. We beat Oklahoma 11-1 and earned our trip here to Omaha. I think, Eddie, if there's a word I could probably use, yeah, maybe we were a little relieved to get here. But there's no more pressure one game than another when you're coaching at LSU. Every game feels like it's a championship game of some tournament. They expect you to win every game when you're there. So, you just have to learn how to manage that kind of expectation. And I think we've done okay in our time there.
Could you go over just the journey of David Berg from walk-on to star?
He was an average high school pitcher that they turned, kind of sidearm, low three-quarter sidearm. Senior year at Bishop Amat, Coach Nieto and Coach Beck decided to do that, and still nobody recruited him. He went to the CIF championship game. Coach Bruce, or one of our assistants, saw him, liked him. We had him on campus. We had no money at the time. We told him that we were going to give him an opportunity to be in our program and make his way. And, I visited with him for about 45 minutes, and he was just I could tell he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be this good, but it was a competitive awareness, locked-in guy, and academic, and it was impressive. And I felt good about it. I went out and saw him. He was chasing foul balls. It was a summer game, and he was chasing foul balls all over the place. And he was pitching the second game. And I watched him the entire first game, and nobody was into that game except for him, and he wasn't playing it. And so he showed me a lot of aptitude, really a lot of teammate, solid characteristics. And, we brought him in, and last year we lacked depth, and we needed it. We needed help. And he pitched over 50 games and was, he's really a setup guy. I think in professional baseball he's going to be a setup guy. He just doesn't have that big stuff that they look for in closers. So, but he's I think over close to 100 appearances in 2 years. He's competitive. He's resilient. He comes at you every day, and it's just been one of those great college stories. A walk-on that made the team, Team USA for probably two summers now, and really just a great college baseball story. And it gives, I think, a feel for any young guy out there that feels like he's not wanted. And this is late. We got him in July of his senior year, and we all know, that's later than late. And it was just a credit to him that he took advantage of the opportunity, and he became what he is today.